continue to provide training and mentorship to all of the either new associates or existing associates, or even just people who are taking a look at Max. So Gideon, congratulations, and you certainly deserve this spotlight recognition. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we have to spotlight Gideon in a moment.
Dodo.
Okay,
Dodo.
now our next spotlight recognition, we can't mention Gideon for this amazing Owerri Marathon. Actually, they're calling it the Owerri Success Marathon. I love it. Without mentioning Choma. Choma has been running the Owerri Pickup Center. She is doing a fantastic job, and she is right there working. She's building her business. She's committed, and she's partnering with Gideon in this amazing initiative to really make Owerri and Imo State come alive. So I know we have some Owerri amazing new partners on the line with us. So congratulations, Choma, for your commitment and your leadership. We really, really appreciate you. Now, the next person I'm going to recognize is a relatively new associate. We're going to get him used to smiling. You'll see him smiling tonight. If you get him smiling, you'll take a picture. This is a new associate from Kenya, Boaz. And Boaz, one of the things that we're teaching in Kenya, it's actually a great strategy for any market, is we are teaching people that when they come on board, of course, everyone in business should set a target. And so in Kenya, what we're really focusing on, I'm dialing in from Kenya right now. What we're really focusing on is, as you come into business, you want to set a target. You might meet it or you might not, but without any target, you're just going to be drifting aimlessly, potentially. And so the target is to sell 10 one-month product supplies, okay, 10 one-month product supplies, and you'll make between $200 and $300 selling them at retail, and then to sign up 6 new associates. And Boaz has been doing an awesome job. It's not yet the end of the month. And yesterday, or Saturday rather, he placed his 11th customer order, 11 products sold. So that is amazing. He's earning and he's getting a lot of great feedback and stories. So Boaz, I would love to have you just take a moment and share your own experiences. I'm going to just bring you up. So let's see. So Boaz, go ahead and share your video, and you can unmute yourself. Great.
Good evening, Mark.
Welcome, welcome. Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
So
My name is Boaz.
Go ahead.
I'm Boaz from Kenya. I learned about Max, I think, 2 months ago from a surgeon friend of mine, Dr. Godfrey. So, like any other person, I was a bit skeptical. I didn't really, I couldn't imagine. I've heard of this network marketing, and I couldn't really imagine myself being one of them, because they have some, some bad name, if I may use that word. They say, I don't know, their pyramid and stuff. So I told myself, let me go and attend this meeting in Westland. And I went. I must say, I really loved the presentation. And the science behind the whole thing, actually the glutathione. I went home, read about it, and I was convinced it was actually the best. So the following day, it was on a Sunday at Garden City. I told myself, let me give it a try, because I had been diagnosed with the diverticulosis. For those who are in medical field, they understand what that condition is. It gives you bloating, it gives you abdominal pain. It actually poaches on the large intestines. Sort of almost same to ulcers, peptic ulcer disease. So I was having terrible times. And then I told myself, I've read about ulcers and glutathione, so I want to give it a try. So what I did, I bought uh, the 6 bottles worth Kenya shillings 12,999 and gave them a try. I must say the first 1 week I felt relieved. I started feeding. I felt okay. I felt energetic. And I even shared with a few friends at workplace. I'm a clinician specializing in TB and HIV, and I'm also a public health specialist. So when I shared with colleagues, they told me we'd really want to know more about that. And I had to introduce a few. Of course, others came, others didn't come. So I also run a private clinic in my home, in my town, and I have these patients who complain. So there's one who had been diagnosed with fatty liver, was having discomfort in the abdomen, bloating and stuff. So I also gave him, and the guy took for like 3 or 4 days and he came back. He left the car by the roadside and rushed to the clinic and told me, you know what? I've experienced a huge improvement I've never experienced before. Do you mean this thing can be this, magic? I can quote him. And then I was like, yeah, it works so well. So he told me, from today onwards, I'll be taking this. So this one actually boosted my, my me wanting to like enroll many people so that they can also benefit from this. And that's what has been giving me the motivation to go ahead and purchase more and more. And I'm hoping to do so in the days to come. That's my story.
Wow, that's great, Boaz. Congratulations. It's amazing. You know what? I haven't even heard your story before. I haven't heard exactly what you've experienced. So I'm so happy for this for these testimonies. I'm so happy for the experiences that you've had. I know that you're going to have many, many, many more great experiences. So congratulations. You've just begun and you've already met more than your target. So I'm really, really happy for that. And congratulations to you. Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
All righty. So we are going to now go back to, let's go back to where we are, because this is going to bring us to our product spotlight for this week. We like to do just a couple of minutes of product education as well after we share a product testimony. And so we are going to talk about none other than our flagship product, CELLGEVITY. Okay, now one thing to notice about CELLGEVITY, depending on the market that you're in, you'll see this photograph has people on the label. In most markets, the CELLGEVITY has people on the label. In Kenya, it has people on the label. In the US, in Ghana. But in Nigeria, it does not have people on the label. The NAFDAC rules do not allow any people on the labeling. So you'll see a plain label. That's what many of us are used to. The product is both manufactured in the same plant in the US, okay? And so the quality is the same. It's just the labeling that is different. And we have a little banner in case anyone ever questions you that says, both made in the US, here's the only difference between the two. Now, CELLGEVITY, we've changed our slides. So sometimes people end up learning about the components of CELLGEVITY and not about what it is and how to take it. But the beautiful thing about CELLGEVITY, especially because we're starting to open up new markets, Cameroon is going to be opening, Kenya is just opened. And so sometimes people start to wonder, well, what should I recommend? And sometimes they hear about Max One or GXL. Those are two alternate products to CELLGEVITY that we usually do not talk about, because what we want to do is make sure that it becomes as simple as possible to do the business. And for 95% of people, CELLGEVITY will be perfect for them. Okay, so it's usually the product that most people would start with. It's usually, we call it our flagship product, because it is if people will only take one product, for 95% of people, this is going to be the one. Now, there are some instances where another product might be a better fit, or maybe after they've been using CELLGEVITY for some time, we might switch them to something or add something. But for most people, CELLGEVITY will be perfect. a couple of questions that people sometimes ask is, can I take other products with CELLGEVITY, other Max products? Yes, absolutely. For me, I take CELLGEVITY every day. I take Max 357 every day. I take Enfuse and ATP most days. I take Switch for the last 3 months. So I'm using almost all the products. I even take Max 1 on a, and I take Max GXL. So in fact, I actually use all the products every day, 7 products. So you can combine products. It's absolutely no problem. It really just depends on the person's pocketbook and what they want to afford. If they can afford to add something, there are some great options depending on what they need to do. But I always love CELLGEVITY and Max 357 together. I think it's the most magical, beautiful combination. But you know, it just depends on what the person needs to do. So this is our flagship product that will raise glutathione in the cells. Now, some people also wonder, so we have ribosine here. Ribosine is our science that is very, very important. Ribosine is what makes Max different than any other company. So when you hear Boaz share his story and you hear about how effective it is and how people cannot even believe it, it's because of ribosine, okay? Ribosine raises glutathione in the cells, and it's 300% more effective than the next best alternative. So it's a really, really big deal, and people will absolutely notice the difference. Now, we never ever promise anyone anything, and we certainly don't say, oh, in 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, you're going to notice the difference. We always say, commit for 90 days, try and see. Okay, that's the language we always use. Commit for 90 days, try and see. And you take 2 capsules in the morning, 2 in the afternoon or evening, and what most people are going to notice is better energy, better sleep, better mental focus, reduced aches and pains. And if there is a health challenge, like you heard from Boaz, for both himself and others he shared the product with, the results can really be remarkable. So it's not just for people with health challenges. I've been using Max products for almost 13 years. There's nothing wrong with me. Most of us on this call have been using Max products as long as we have been with Max, and you don't ever have to stop. Sometimes people will ask, well, how long do I have to keep taking it? What happens if I stop? Nothing will happen if you stop. It's fine. That's why we always say commit for 90 days, try and see. But if you stop, you're still exposed to pollution. You're still exposed to your cell phone. You're still exposed to all of the environmental issues that you have been exposed to all your life that may have caused the health problems in the first place. So it's a good idea. Think of CELLGEVITY like food. CELLGEVITY will help you raise glutathione, just like you need water every day to live, you need oxygen, and you need food. So CELLGEVITY, you also need glutathione. And this is why, for me, I will never stop. Now, sometimes if people have been using CELLGEVITY for some time, they're feeling fantastic, maybe whatever their health issue, it's cleared up. Then if they want to go on a maintenance and just use 1 or 2 capsules a day instead of 2 capsules in the morning and 2 in the evening, maybe 1, they can try that and see how their body reacts. They'll know if they need to bring it back up, or they can try 1 capsule a day even and see how they do. So that's a little bit of product education. You can see here that this label has no people on it, and this label has the people on it. So that's what the 2 different boxes look like. Okay, so if anyone has any questions about CELLGEVITY, you can pop them into the chat. And at this point, let's go on. And I am going to turn the program over to our most amazing Marcel. Marcel, I seem to have put spotlights on people and I don't mean to. So now we have, I don't know why that is.
On my side, it's actually fine, and so it might just be on your view. I don't know,
Okay,
guys. Maybe
good.
you can tell us. Do you guys see everything, or do you see one face? I see everybody.
Okay, I just see you right now, and I'm happy.
Hi.
Yes, great. Okay, so Marcel, and if you don't know Marcel, let me just introduce her, because Marcel is the most magical human being on the planet. So if you don't know her, she's already given us a little tip about her creativity, but Marcel is the one who works with me. She does all of our beautiful banners Our tool time, she's going to be helping us on our treasure hunt, which we'll talk about in a moment. Basically, I don't do anything without working with Marcel. If I'm doing something, Marcel is right with me. She's holding my hand. She's so awesome at everything technical, everything creative. And she's just amazing. She's also a Max associate based in Germany, South African originally. And she works with all of our African associates. We all just adore her across the entire Max company. We just love her to bits. So Marcel, thank you so much for being on the call and giving us this little training, our little short training for tonight. You're welcome.
Awesome. Thank you, Anne. Hi, everybody. Once again, I'm not going to take up a lot of your time because I think a lot of us already know how this works, but I would like to run through the fundamentals of how to host a Zoom event like a pro, not just host an event, but do it professionally. So firstly, let's just get this moving. Oh my word. Sorry guys. There we go. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about is why. Why do you want to be a pro when presenting? Number one, first impressions last. Remember, the moment you go live on Zoom, you are out to impress someone. They're going to have some kind of impression after the first 2-3 seconds. So make it a good one, number one. And the other part of why you should be prepared is that people have a very short attention span. You have a very, very short little period of time to make a good impression. So make that count. And as you can see, as we have on the screen, our next element is then, of course, how. How do we do that? So you obviously will have a topic. You'll have a topic for your event. Make it a good one. Come up with some original title. Create curiosity. Make people want to attend your event. You do not want people going, oh, I know what that is about. Oh, I know what this is. You know how it is on the internet when you see something and you're like, damn, that's clickbait. That is nonsense. You don't want to be like that. Be original and be yourself. It's very, very important to be yourself because you could have the same presentation everybody does, but you do it in your own way. Stick to the structure, of course. Stick to facts, yes. But be yourself. Bring it across in your own way because you might speak to someone that I might not speak to. Someone might look at me and go, I don't know, she speaks too fast, her hands are all over the place, and they might relate more to you than what they would to me. But if we both like robots reciting something, they might not relate to either of us. And then we have a problem. And another thing I want to mention here is stick to your presentation, stick to being yourself, yes, and stick to the time. Respect the time people give to you. If you end up going on and on and on about this, you lose people. Remember that. Attention span, very, very short. You need to keep it short. You need to keep it alive and respect people's time. Next, I want to talk about is conduct. So, number one, do not be late for your own event. That's just plain bad manners. When people are there, they're waiting for you and you are late. I mean, yes, life happens, but don't do that. Don't make it an everyday thing. One thing I didn't list here and I do want to mention is when you are presenting, this is your event and you want to be a pro, switch off everything that makes a noise. If your WhatsApps come through on your laptop and you're presenting from your laptop, switch it off. Your phone, it is extremely distracting when You listen to a seminar and that person's phone's ringing. Switch off your devices. But don't be late. Switch off the devices or the sounds on your computer. Be engaging the moment you're on the screen. Don't appear on the screen, then do this, then talk to people, engage with people. Don't just sit there and look at them, look at your phone, chat to them. Like we just did, we did a fun fact. We were waiting for everybody to come in. It is engaging. Do something to engage people. Otherwise, you might have them. You might sit there, do nothing, and they might drop off thinking it's not the right time, not the right meeting. Wow, this is boring. I'm sure you get where I'm going with this. Okay, and then keep up the energy. The energy is contagious. When you're sitting there reciting something and wondering about what's next, people start thinking about other things. Their minds have gone off to what's the neighbor eating for dinner. You need to keep the energy up. I am not saying rush through everything, but have a good amount of energy to actually be engaging. If you come across as completely bored, you are going to be boring. People are not going to listen to your message. Your ultimate goal is obviously to bring some kind of message across. Do it in an engaging way. Do it with a lot of energy and keep it short. Remember, attention span. I always joke and I say I'm like a goldfish. I have the attention span of like 3 seconds, actually the memory of 3 seconds, but I seriously do. My attention span is so, look at TikTok. How quickly do you swipe something? If it doesn't catch you in the first 2 seconds, you swipe it. People, we've been trained like that through social media. So remember, keep it short and powerful. Another thing I want to mention is know your audience. If you know what your topic is, you know who's invited to the event, you need to know who you're speaking to. You need to tell your situation, your stories, your experiences, yes, but they need to resonate with your story. If you're speaking to people that, I don't know, don't like, what did we speak about before? Pasta. And you tell them all about pasta, they're not going to care because they're not going to resonate with that. But you might love eating pasta, but you know you're speaking to a room full of meat eaters. Maybe you like eating meat. Maybe you have a story about you eating meat. That will resonate more with them than your pasta story. So know your audience so that you know what to share with them. Remember, your event is not about you. It's about your audience. You need to fit in with them. And then very importantly, get the technical side of Zoom down. If you do not know how Zoom works, you're not going to know what to do. You're going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to fumble around. You're not going to know what to click where. You are then going to forget what to say. You're going to feel like it's all too much. And normally then you start rambling because you lose where you're at. So you start talking over everything and then you lost. You're probably off topic, you're rambling, you're wasting people's time. Your energy goes like, maybe not down, maybe it goes negatively through the roof. Know the technicals of Zoom. So what does that mean? Here's a bit of a technical checklist. So now whether you're on your phone or your laptop, you need to check the lighting and the angle of everything before you start. Not when you're like, hi guys, here I am, and the camera is up your nose. No one wants to look up your nose. No one wants your face here when you're on your mobile or from the side. It's just, you want to make, remember, number one, you want to make a good impression. If you pitch up on the screen with a camera up your nose, the angle all wrong, I mean, think about taking a selfie. Would you post a selfie like that on social media? If someone has to take a photo of you from the bottom up or like weird from the side, no, you wouldn't. So why would you do it on Zoom? You wouldn't. So you should always check your lighting, that your face is lit. I'm not saying a ring light in your eyes. I'm saying that people can see who's speaking to them, who are they interacting with. Best angle is just flat from the front, not from the bottom, not from the top, just try and get it straight from the front. Best angle. And of course, P.S., a smile never hurts. A smile is always huge. Smile at people. It will definitely not hurt. Now, you need to check lighting. You need to check angles. You also need to check what your name says. I mean, if I'm talking and my name says Maximum Impact, people are like I'm confused. Is her name Maximum Impact? Is her name Techno, whatever, or iPhone, whatever? Of course not. Of course not. You need to be able to rename yourself. If it's not your account, you're using someone else's account, you are able to rename yourself in the meeting. If it is your own Zoom, that should be set up. That stuff, you should have that down now already. Your real name should be in there. The name you want people to call you. Like, do you know, some people would actually avoid actually a lot of people would avoid speaking to someone because they are not sure of how to address them. They don't know, is this their first name? Is this their second name? What is their name? Their name is definitely not iPhone. What do you say? What do you say? Hi, iPhone. Make yourself approachable. Have a cool profile photo of who you are, your face, and put your name in. Even if it's just, mine is just my name. My surname is really not important right now. There aren't many of us around. If so, I would have put my surname. But people know who I am. They know what to call me when they write me, when they speak to me, because I put my name in there. You can see what my name is. So that is very, very important. And then also very important is know the difference between a meeting and a webinar. I've just listed, as you can see on my screen, a meeting is, we're in a meeting right now. Everybody can unmute themselves. You can see everybody. They can have their cameras on. In a webinar, you cannot do that. So webinars are awesome for when you are presenting and you don't want any interaction. You just conveying information. Know the difference between the two. Okay. Then also in a meeting, it's very important to know how to mute and unmute people. As we've all seen, the moment the meeting starts, people come in, they're not muted, some are muted, and then it just all goes through the roof. The noise level, it's distracting. You have dogs barking, you have people, cars, everything going. Know how to mute people so that you, as a presenter, can keep control of the situation. You can then ask people to unmute, or when everybody keeps themselves on mute, that's fine. Then whoever needs to speak can do that all by themselves. But you need to know as a presenter how to do this. Then this will help you so much. If you are presenting like I am now from a presentation, you need to have it open before you start. Don't wait until you want to share your screen. Because once you click share screen, it's going to ask you which screen. If you then only go and open your presentation, it's just an uncomfortable situation. Now people are waiting. You have to find your presentation. What are you sharing? You share something, you end up sharing photos of, I don't know, what you did in the afternoon, your lunch, your ride home, I don't know, all kinds of things you didn't want to share, you're sharing because of one small little detail, your presentation is not open. Have your presentation open beforehand. It becomes so much easier and so much nicer in a presentation when everything is ready. You are calm, everybody else is calm, and everything just goes with the flow. Now, learn and practice the ins and outs of Zoom before the event, not during the event, not after the event, before. You can just start a meeting with yourself. It doesn't have to be with anybody. You can go through it and you can practice. It will give you the calmness, it will give you peace of mind, and it will make the whole experience an awesome one. You will be there to engage with the audience and not to fight with the technicalities of Zoom. If you know how Zoom works, you know what there is to do, you know how to do it, and you will feel so much more confident within yourself. And I bet you your presentation will be much better. So what I did for you guys, seeing that we only have a very short time and I can't show you Zoom while being on Zoom, I put together a little document and I'm going to share the link with you in the chat just now. I kind of just want to show you guys. I'm going to have to stop my screen and start again because I'm sharing a presentation now. So give me one moment. Screen. And let's pull up the document that I don't seem to have open. Lovely. I do. I'm sharing from Drive. Hang on a sec. There we go. Okay, the document. Okay. So everything I just spoke about is in the document. If I was going too fast, if I was, I don't know, rambling like I shouldn't be, it's all here. You can go check it again. What's important, what you should look out for, and then I've got an extra section that you guys can go look at. These are the pointers on the technicalities of Zoom. So how to change your name, change your profile pic. These little orange ovals show you where to concentrate. This is on a laptop. This is on your mobile. This stuff should be set up before. If you always use your same account, go do this now. You don't have to do it every time, it stays there. You do it once, it's done. So I put together a couple of screenshots and a couple of pointers of how to navigate your way through Zoom. So for those that are on this call, I would love for you to go rename yourself. If you do not have your name written there in your participants block, so you're going to go click on participants. You're going to go look for your ID, whatever you call, iPhone, Techno, whatever. You're going to go right click on that. Look for the button that says rename, and you're going to put your name in there. Real easy, and I would like for everybody that everybody that has not done that before to do that now, please, so that we can see your name, and then you've actually learned and practiced something regarding Zoom today. That would be awesome. Then also to mute people, this is how you do it. You can mute people here in the participant list one by one, or you can just here right at the bottom, go ahead and mute all. I've also done a screen print of other options that you will find when you click on these three little buttons down below, and then also how to share your screen. So once you click on the little share screen button at the bottom, this is the important part. It will ask you, what do you want to share? If your presentation is already open, like we discussed, you click on it, it goes straight to your presentation, and that's it. You put your presentation into presentation mode, full screen mode, and that's you. You can now carry on with your presentation without worrying about screen share. These are a couple of advanced options for those that are interested, and so forth. So this document, I'm going to share a link in the chat. Be sure to save it. We'll also probably share it on WhatsApp afterwards. This document is a work in progress. If you have a question, please pose the question. We can always add to this document, and that's why it's a link, so that it's live. You cannot change it yourself. You can only view it, but we can add to it. So as questions come in, we can add to this, and we can answer all your questions. So I really hope you guys got some value from this, and that everybody across the board, even the seasoned presenters, learned something this evening. And if you have any questions right now, obviously you can drop it in the chat. And that's basically all from me this evening. Thank you, guys. Thank you for bearing with me.
Very amazing. Thank you, Marcel. Very, very, very fantastic. So we'll get the link out to everyone. I know we're racing against the clock. I was really hoping that we could be doing these meetings in, 30 to 40 minutes. It's a little bit longer. So I just want to finish up and make sure we finish up what we have to do. Of course, I'm now looking to make sure the camera's not up my nose and, all that. So what we're trying to do on these team meetings, we'll do a little fun thing. We'll do some recognition. We'll do a quick product testimony, product education, a quick business training, and then wrap it up with information and updates. So that's where we're at right now. A reminder, June 1st for Nigeria, we are starting a new challenge, a new switch weight loss challenge. And of course, we have our amazing winners and runners up on this program. So we have Dr. Stella, who was the grand champion in our team. We have Loveth, who is one of the winners as well. We have Esther, who is one of the winners. Did anyone else participate? If you participated in the Switch Weight Loss Challenge, type a 3 into the chat. If you participated in the Switch Weight Loss Challenge, type a 3 into the chat. I've been enjoying my switch as well. So if anyone is interested, now's the time. Get a hold of your customers, get a hold of your team members, talk to them tomorrow about buying products in time to start on June 1st. Okay, if they start a little bit late, it's still, I'm sure it will still be fine, but there's amazing prizes, $1,000 for first place, $500 for second place, $250 for third place. I'm going to put us all on mute for a moment, and then I'll just unmute at the end. Okay, great. I know we've had a lot of, I didn't want to stop Marcel in her track, so that's why I didn't mute during the, so that's starting on June 1st. Then this is really going to be fun. So we are having a fun challenge starting on June 1st as well. Everyone in our team is welcome. So it's going to be super fun. We are going to be doing challenges around our tools. So every day you'll have a challenge to show that you can find something in one of our tools, and then you'll have a little challenge to participate in that is going to stretch you, grow you, keep you accountable. Okay, we'll have some prizes, we'll have some fun. So anyone who wants to be part of the Tool Time challenge, the Tool Time treasure hunt, then you need to join the Tool Time group. Okay, we'll send that out to the pages as well after the call, but we sent it out before. We have quite a few already in that page. It's going to be fun. It'll be a 10-day challenge, a lot of fun. So join that if you wish to. And then lastly, we'll just finish up with some quick updates, and then we'll take any questions. So I'm still in Kenya. I'll be here. I should be here until June 10th. We're just checking a few things. My schedule may change, but as of right now, it's June 10th. Kenya is coming along really nicely. We had our first events, our first business opportunity presentations, and our first business opportunity presentations with Max Kenya Associates. And I'm so delighted to say that Rose, our very own Rose, who's here on the call, oh my gosh, she killed it. She was so awesome. We have about 5 presenters now in Kenya who are ready to go. Rose was fantastic. She had us all in tears with her story. It was so amazing. And I know that we have many more who are going to be coming on board. So we're going to have Nairobi BOMs in our Max Nairobi office every Wednesday at 5 and every Saturday at 3. And then we're also going to have Kenya online BOMs every Sunday night at 8 and every Thursday night at 9. Okay, and then we'll try to have trainings most Tuesday nights at 9, which can be global unless it's currency based. If it's currency based, it will be Kenya currency. All right, we're just trying to get the market off the ground. We are going to be having a Mombasa event this weekend, and I will be there. And then on Sunday, we'll have presenters training. On Saturday will be our event. And then we're working on Kisumu. So Philemon, who you heard from, the hide and seek man, he is in Kisumu. He's helping me to try and arrange it. We're going to see if I can get there before I leave. And on June 1st, we're also going to have a lot of additional packs for the Kenya market, some new pricing, which will only be good news, and updated commissions. So there's lots of good things happening there. For those of us in Cameroon, I don't know if we have any Cameroon people on the call, but it's getting very, very close. Products are in the market, and we should be able, Cameroon should be able to start selling them locally. So you don't have to go through the stress of bringing them in or finding a pickup center. That should be happening soon. They're just finalizing some pricing. So we'll see if it can be for June 1st, but if not for June 1st, it's going to be fairly quick. And then I will tell you that what some of us have been doing is, and this is one thing, you all know that I'm part of Eric Worre's mastermind group, and we have several of us here on the call, Paul and Linda, who are part of the accelerator program, and Michael is part of the accelerator program. So we have others as well who are part of the accelerator program with Eric Worre. So one thing that they teach us very well is that when you have to be accountable to others rather than just yourself, it increases your commitment, it increases your results dramatically. And so I've been in a few accountability groups. It makes a difference for me a lot when I have to report out on my activities and my results for the day. Every day we do a plan, do review. Every day we report out on our accountability, on our daily method of operation, what we accomplished, what we planned the next day. So it's really, really helpful, because no matter what I'm doing before I sleep, I post that. And it means that if I haven't done something, I darn well want to try and do it. So we will open it up for any of our team members who would like to be part of an accountability group. It's really nice to see what others are doing, what they're learning, what they're going through, their own plan, do review. It just kind of makes you feel committed, where they're cheering each other on. Many people will start, not many people finish. So if you actually want to be accountable, if you actually want to stretch yourself, if you actually want to be in daily action towards your goals, that I would encourage you join this accountability group. So that's another thing we'll send out to the pages after the call today. And that's really all we wanted to share today. So I'm going to pause it for right now and just ask, good, yes, Esther is one of our amazing Switch 90-day challenge winners. So I'll pause for just a moment and see if anyone has any question. I'm going to allow anyone who wants to talk. You can unmute yourself. So does anyone have any question, any comment that they would like to share? And if you're seeing everyone on the screen, type a yes if you're seeing everyone on the screen. Oh, good, I'm seeing everyone now. Good. Okay, fantastic. So any questions, any comments? Let's see if everyone, Dr. Vembe, it's awesome to see you here. Great, great. Ahmed, fantastic to see you here. Dr. Stella, our Switch champion. I know you're getting ready to enter into the next one. Isaac, you traveled safely. Are you there? Are you back? Or are you still in transit?
Yes, I just arrived. I'm just taking a taxi from the airport to the house.
Oh my gosh, Isaac, you're amazing. Isaac just arrived in Brazzaville, in Congo, Brazzaville. So we're grateful that he's back and at his station. He'll be maximizing everything, I'm very sure. And Isaac, what a champion you are, getting right from the airport onto this call. You're really, really amazing. Really, really amazing. All right, Ali from Uganda, he's moving. Congratulations. So any questions, any comments, anything else at all? Victor Ben, thanks for being at Owerri. You did amazing work. Amazing. So any questions, any comments? Okay, if we don't have any questions, Isaac, is that you raising your hand that you have a question?
No, I didn't actually raise my hand. I just joined now, so I don't really know.
Okay, don't
all
worry,
that has
don't worry.
transpired. I will just follow the recorded message and then know what it's all about.
Okay,
Thank you.
fantastic. That's great. Great, beautiful. All right, good. So let's turn our cameras on so we can take a picture of our beautiful faces. I always like to take a picture at the end of our calls. Marcel, thanks for everything. Gideon, Choma, and Boaz, congratulations for your recognition. Boaz, thank you for sharing your amazing stories with us. We're very, very happy. So let's see as many of your beautiful faces. Dr. Iffy, it's beautiful to see you. You're looking very gorgeous as always. Wow, look at all you amazing, amazing people. Ah, Irene, it's great to see you. I know you're visiting in Canada right now, am I right? Yes, you'll be back to Nigeria, I'm sure. Great. Yes. Oh, I love seeing all your faces. I wish you to have your faces on all the time and not just your videos, but I'm taking a picture. Ah, there's the amazing Nkichi. I'm happy to see you. You guys are awesome. So remember, if you have anyone in Kenya, you just let me know. I'm here. If you want me to greet anyone or, help you do third-party credibility or meet them at an event, many of you are doing that already with me. Anyone else, I'm happy to do it. And I know that some of you, we are going to be looking at a major 13-week tour, okay, in many global markets, including Nigeria. So some of you on this call are involved in that. Dr. Bola, nice to see your handsome face. I was going to say beautiful face, but I'll have to call you handsome for tonight. Great, great. So we'll be starting that. So, try and get involved as much as you can. One thing that we've realized around the world, we're seeing it everywhere. It's not just, in Nigeria or anywhere else. One thing we've realized around the world is that people have gotten extremely comfortable because of COVID just being at home. Right? They can do everything at home, meetings on home, Zoom at home. Why bother to go out? Even at our inaugural Kenya events, we haven't had so many people at the Max office, but it's perfect. It's fine. So I would encourage all of you and all of us to push ourselves to get out and meet people. There is nothing like face-to-face interaction, nothing compared to a Zoom. It makes a night and day difference. Okay, so if you have a chance to get involved in touring or presenting live, please do it. If you have a chance to attend a live training or a live event, please do it. And if you have a chance to contribute and make our tours or our events even more successful by participating, by helping to organize, by just being part of it, you definitely want to do it, okay? It's really going to make a difference. This is what we used to do when we were at our peak. And it's what we need to be doing again to get back out. So I'm really pleased to say that we've got a lot of leaders who are committed to doing that in Nigeria. And I know that Kenya, we're just starting our touring. It's going to happen. Cameroon, we're ready to start training presenters. Any other market that wants to grow, we're ready to support you and train you. So congratulations, everyone. It's awesome, amazing to see you all. All right, so have a fantastic night and we'll see you next Monday. Okay, bye.